All right, we got the new scoreboard up. Tier 4, Division 9 in US East as we hop now into the first kickoff of game number 1. And it's going to be Granty Poo and Skinless Spoon for whatever you want up against Stancher and Borchad for Dale. And we're going to see immediately Skinless Spoon wants to try and get this ball over in front of the orange net as fast as possible. But Stancher stealing it away, trying to see if he can flick it past that final defender, but going to be denied there by Granty, and it's going to go straight back down over. Oh, Borchad dribbling it off that wall, trying to see if he can set up a shot into the net, but it's Stancher to catch it off of his pass, play it over off this left wall, and now he's looking to see if he can double touch it in, but he's not going to be able to find the shot, and the pressure from Spoon going to keep that ball going over towards the corner. Stancher intercepting this play out of their end, trying to just make sure nothing can sneak over towards that goal, but Borchad finds one that's run away and has to fall back to try and save it with limited boost. It gets a little hectic, and Stancher eventually has to go for a very risky save there right along the crossbar, but he pulls it off in spades, and we now see a minute expired with no goals scored. Borchad trying to see if he can set something up here, gets it over towards that blue corner, but immediately played off, and now Stancher trying to come through with a double touch, but just a little too high on the follow-up, but Borchad won't be, as he comes through, notices an open net up for grabs, and will strike immediately. Granty a little bit too far of a flip, gets himself in front of the ball, and just not able to recover in time. Straight back into the kickoff. It's Spoon against Borchad, won again by Spoon. Or I should say again by whatever you want. As Granty Poo comes through, hits off that shot beautifully and is just going to slam it in. Spoon doing a great job at corralling that final defender just to make sure he can't turn around and get in front of that ball right as it's about to fly over the line. The kickoff going to keep the ball over towards mid right off the bat, and Spoon has to play this back a little bit passively. He can't allow that goal to be uncontested by their team, and now he's going to be able to get himself back into the play, trying to fly across the field and potentially flick it in there right at the last second. Not going to be allowed to, and now Granty Poo trying to see if he can set something back over into a shot, and Spoon there to read off the passing play. Another ball finds its way over towards an uncontested orange net, and it's just going to be a little bit too tight of a time frame for Granty to slip that one in past the line. Borchad finds himself with a shot at net. Can't quite get it inside that box, has to shoot it back over towards the corner where Spoon gonna catch, tries to immediately turn this into a counterattack. It's Borchad just gonna hit it over off the corner, floats along that wall, and you're seeing now a start to play out over towards mid, and a little bit of an air pinch comes through just to get that ball even further into the blue end, into that corner. And now Skinless Spoon finds himself with the ball, deep in orange territory, but is forced to give it up as now a counterattack underway for the orange in an unfortunate situation, but Spoon hitting it off of the crossbar, ends up centering it for the blue side, but manages to get back in time to deny the follow-up shot anyway, and well, you know, if you're gonna make sure they don't score the ball, you're allowed to make as many mistakes as you want, and it seems like that's just the break they needed to try and open up an attack again. But a nicely hit touch out of the Dale side leads to Stancher clearing that ball deep back into the blue, and Borchad just wants to set his teammate up. Gets a lobbed shot back over towards the midfield line, and Stancher wants to try and see if he can get a shot in. But Granty grabbing that ball, gets it back over towards the orange box, and it's just so close, but no cigar. It can't slip into that orange box just yet, and it's going to go straight back over towards the right wall. We're in the final 90 seconds, and neither of these teams has been willing to give up that oh-so-crucial one-goal lead. Borchad back to this orange side wall, and he plays it out, does not allow that member getting close on the corner to get any closer, and just tries to clear it away, but Spoon gonna pick it up, carries it over to the wall where he wants to try and take it off the ceiling, and he's met there by an orange aggressor, which leads to him trying to drop off the ball. Now a 1v1 over here in the orange, but Borchad able to get a good touch on it, forced back over towards this midfield by the blue, but Stancher can't quite find himself onto the ball off that wall commitment. And now Borchad faking off one of the players to take a 1v1, but Spoon gonna win it. Gets that ball away, no real power behind it, but it's deep into the orange. 40 seconds to go, and you're seeing Borchad trying to follow this through. He's gonna get an initial touch. Can he get it past Granty? And he will. It's over into the corner. Spoon touches it over off the wall. Stancher just trying to make sure it can't get past him, but Spoon finds a way, and now 22 seconds, the only place Stancher has is to jump up and hope, and he bumps away the car. But you know what? That's one of the two things he was looking for. Gets that guy out of the ball's way, and now it's Granty just gonna capitalize on the situation. And let's look at this one more time, because what a nicely timed shot from him. He goes through, just fully clearing, fully making himself known, saying, I'm coming through, looking for a demo, try to stop me. They all get out of his way, and just when he's noticing the ball just inside that left crossbar at the end, he manages to secure the goal, and now only 3 seconds left as Borchad keeping it high. They're trying to keep their chances alive, but killed immediately off the ceiling, and you'll see whatever you want going up 1-0. Straight back into it. These players know just how close that first game was, and they are absolutely going to be looking to come in here and try to make it known. Whatever you want, 1-0, looking to get up to match point. Meanwhile, Dale going to be looking to shut that back down with an opening goal. He gets it over in front of that goal, Borchad, but just can't quite find it as he's denied by a defender. Stancher trying to be a nuisance. He is able to provide a little bit of a backboard for that car of skinless Spoon to ricochet off of, but right now 25 seconds expired. Another shot gonna hammer over from Borchad, but just wide of net. Now it's back over. Granty trying to aggress here, and Borchad trying to sneak one off the wall back over to his teammates, sets up Spoon, and that's going to lead into a very awkward situation here where Borchad, a 1v1, but he finds the ball and he finds the net. Taking full advantage of the situation, Borchad just taking that one onto his car, and Spoon just a little bit too wide on the turn, and that's all it takes for Dale to get the first opening goal here of game number 2. And with it, they're off to their own strong start, as really for most of that engagement there, it was just shot after shot by the orange side. Looking like the more aggressive team right now, but Borchad trying to see if he'll be allowed to do it again. He gets a flick past one. Granty tries to go up, and he can't get it. Borchad just flicking his way through the opposition. He catches the first and dribbles it past, and this time he catches it and sends it sky high once again, and a crisp, clean lob into the bottom of the net secures a 2-goal lead now for the Orange. 66 seconds into this match. It is currently the match leaders, whatever you want, trailing by 2. Granty getting that over towards mid. Spoon wants to go up and aggress. A little bit too slow to the ball as Borchad strikes. Stancher trying to get this in. He's stopped by a defender. Tries to see if he can go up and get one final touch just to redirect it over the line, but not going to be allowed to. And now Granty trying to set up a dribble play of his own. He gets it past one, cannot find it past Stancher, and with no boost, he's forced off of this ball. Spoon is the last man back. He goes up, does stop it, but it's lobbing back towards that goal still. Borchad tries to connect, can't quite find it. It's into the top board, and that's going to be back over to Stancher, trying to keep this offense alive. They do not want to have this turn on their head, and Skinless Spoon going to be picked away, and Borchad hammering off that crossbar. Can't quite find the inside of the net, but it's going to be shot after shot as Pooh finds another. Stancher dying, and that'll be the first of 2. What a nice play coming out there. A demo opens up the opportunity for Dale, and a demo is gonna close it out for whatever you want. They get the first one, and now they're within 1. 2 minutes 48. Granty takes this back over into the orange immediately off the kickoff, and Stancher, an unfortunate late jump off the wall, leaves this tantalizingly close to the goal here for whatever you want. And Granty going to have to try and deny that ball from getting right up along the backboard. He will, and Spoon wants to try and get this away. He'll get the initial touch as well, but Stancher asserts himself, gets a touch on ball, sets up Borchad, and that's going to be a counterattack right away immediately. And Spoon trying to read out what Borchad's going to do. It's two quick shots that are both denied by the cross, and now a clear away that turns into a counterattack. It's a fast shot on net, and nobody can deny it. Skinless Spoon just delivers it in droves, takes this ball off, bullies Stancher away, and hits a beautiful little flick just to send it dead center of net. And you gotta admit as well, for the trouble, Borchad does get up in time. He does hit that ball. It's just not enough to convince the gods of fate to clear it away from net. So back over, Stancher trying to see if he can connect on to, once again, another lead for the orange. Can't quite find that shot, and that's dangerous. But Spoon gets there in time. And Borchad now wants to try and get this away, but he gets it over to Granty, who a nice little musty flick off the back of his car sets up Spoon, but it's not going to be enough. Borchad is not allowing any more funny business, denies the follow-through shot, and you're seeing a mad fight for the ball right now over towards this wall just to maintain possession. Eventually, Stancher gets the last say, touches it back over towards this blue net, but Spoon not going to allow Borchad any opportunity to get in here. Got about 80 seconds remaining on the match, and we're still just waiting to see which of these guys will take that lead going into the final minute. And so far, right now, it's just a fight to see who is going to possess this ball. Borchad steals another good shot away, and now Spoon just wants to deny it, but he's not going to get up in time. You could see he tries to aggress up. He knows what's coming, but right there, right then, that little bit of hesitation that he shows, that is all that Stancher needs, and he aggresses onto that ball and smacks it in before anybody can react. And now Borchad, oh my goodness, he goes into the kickoff, and what a way to lose that lead. You worked so hard for it, and it's just a kickoff like that. How the hell are you gonna deny that one? And now 3-3. 59 seconds to go. And I'll bring up one point that I always bring up when playing Rocket League, and it's an important point for anybody to note. When you have the lead that close to the end, it is okay to just play a man back in goal, make sure that no balls are going to get shot into the net off some insane angle, off one of the walls or off the ceiling. Just play back, play confident, try to maintain your lead, and that's a prime example of why, because oh my goodness, what almost certainly could have been the game-winning goal for Dale has turned into an equalized situation, and with only 20 seconds left, they're trying to see if they can come through and get one more just to avoid OT. Spoon gets a hit off the butt of his car, and now it's going straight back over to Granty. A lob towards net. It's not quite on, but Spoon gonna clear it away regardless. Over towards this corner, and it looks like we will be in overtime. Game number 2. The blue-sided whatever you want, trying to get themselves up to match point. Dale trying to stabilize and win themselves a game to tie it back up. Stancher not going to be able to smack that one over the line, but what a shot from Borchad! What a fast, powerful shot out of the man in the corner to secure a hat trick for himself and win out the game. And just then, the positioning from whatever you want turns into a double commit, and they bump each other out of the way. No way to deny that one, as we get ourselves equalized and make it a best of 3. A close game 2 leads to a 1-1 scoreline now going into game 3. Which of these teams will be the one to get themselves up to match point now? We will just have to wait and see into the kickoff. Spoon against Borchad, and it's Spoon to win it. It's back over into the orange initially, and you're seeing Stancher playing patient, playing passive, waiting in that goal, not allowing a mistake to come through again, and that's good heads-up play. They're adjusting on the fly. They're making sure that the mistakes made do not get made again. And oh my gosh, a slight adjustment from Borchad to try and deny it keeps that ball away. Both of those players on Dale trying so hard just to deny that goal, and they are able to keep it away. 30 seconds expired, and you're seeing it's still just a fight to see who will get that first goal into the net. Stancher trying to set something up, can't quite find a double touch. Borchad wants to see if maybe he can slap it over the line, but just hits it towards this blue corner. And now it's Spoon to play away. A little bit of a bump there onto Borchad as well, leaves just Stancher, but he saves that shot and now makes it a 2v1 in the opposite direction. But Spoon, a quick hit away, Stancher reads it, keeps this aggressive for the Orange, and now it's Spoon to boom it back over in to their end. Oh my gosh! What a shot was that? I thought for sure that was crossbar, but I want to watch that one more time. I was taking a breath because I was thinking an easy crossbar shot that's going to be boomed away, but it's just ever so slightly more left and finds its way inside that line. And the opening goal found now by whatever you want, the blue side striking first in game number 3. Back over, trying to set up some sort of center. And right now, if I was playing on the blue side, I'd be saying, you know what? We know that we are winning by 1 right now. We have 2 main options. We can either get hyper aggressive, try to demo them in the goal because they are playing very turtle to try and deny it, and they don't go for that play. They try to go for the alternative, which is playing 1 up, 1 back, and the guy in goal just cannot jump in time to get that ball away from Stancher. A fast shot out of the man from the right side of mid, and it'll smack over the line to get a 1-1 scoreline about a minute away from the halftime mark. Stancher playing this back out, and at this point, it's basically a brand new game except with 2 less minutes. So they're going to be looking any strategies they tried to have to capitalize on the lead going to be gone. But maybe they'll come back as Granty just going to steal away a shot off of a pass from Stancher, which not exactly what they were looking for, but that is what ended up happening. Just trying to get enough power behind that to deny, but not going to be able to. Stancher up here against Spoon. 1 out again by Spoon, but Borchad good positioning just to steal it right back. Thinks that that's a demo coming his way. Instead, it's Spoon just trying to regain some boost. But a flip on the back line does not allow anybody to save that away. Granty, a little bit of a side flip, actually, to try and redirect himself over into that ball. But it does not work out, and we're equalized once again. 2-2. And now Spoon wants to play this over off the wall. He gets a shot towards net, but it's just inside of that crossbar. Cannot find its way into the net. And Granty fires off a pinched shot that is going to be capitalized once again on by him. So many shots in so few seconds here right next to the goal. 1, 2, and that will get inside the net off of a touch from Stancher, trying to save it away, but just too close into that net. And it is going to be a 1-goal lead found once again for the blue, transitioning as well into a 2-goal lead as a 2-man, basically a 4-man kickoff, both double committing there, leads to the ball being sent sky high, sky past these 2 players in mid, and that'll be a 2-goal lead for the blue. And that's the risk you take when you go for a double commit. That is always the chance that will happen if you try to take the chance on that kickoff. It's a calculated risk, but by God, does math want to screw you over sometimes. Now back over into this orange corner. And Borchad trying just to play it slow, see if he can get this pass, see if he can bob and weave. Gets it past 1, stopped on the 2nd. And Stancher falling back, but Borchad giving him a little bit of room to work with. More than willing just to play this defensively. Sees that Granty's off the ball, tries to adjust himself back up into the play. Does get an initial, but can't get a follow-up, and You can see Borchad definitely trying to pick up more of the defensive opportunities on this team. You can see a clear shift with Stancher trying to take more of an aggressive angle, more of an aggressive play style. Meanwhile, Borchad playing back, trying just to deny any more shots. And with 100 seconds to go, it's going to be interesting to see if this playstyle works out. They're opting to go for a one-up, one-back playstyle. And when you're 2 goals down and it's been this close of a back and forth, well, that is just, I mean, it's one of the 2 options they have. And if they think they're going to have more success on it, then that's the one they should stick with. With 80 seconds to go, we might see a shift pretty soon as we enter the final minute, because that's a 3rd goal coming in to make that lead even stronger with a 5-2 scoreline, and Granty impressively sinking 4 of those in himself. A beautiful pass from Spoon, who goes sky high just to drop that in front of the net. But now we are almost definitely going to see an offensive switch out of Dale. It would be very surprising if they don't try to just send both players at the ball and try to hammer shot after shot, which of course is that other option they had. But now it seems like the lead might be too far gone, as Spoon, just more than willing to play this defensively, goes up just to block some angles, and Stancher sends it down into him. It's back over towards this blue corner, where Pooh wants to play it away. He will be able. Gets it over towards the back wall, and a bump off the ramp does allow Stancher to get himself back up into this fight. Gets it on the corner, a potential passing play. Silver gets it down over in front of Borchad, and that allows the 3rd goal to come through for Dale. They only need 2 more to equalize up this game, but they only have 32 seconds. So they're going to be hoping for a quick kickoff. It's going to go Stancher's way, but immediately it's Granty Pooh trying to get that away. Doesn't quite hit the touch, though. And Stancher, on a fast follow-through, gets the ball centered perfectly up for Borchad. And now the game's within 1. And that is not exactly the clear he was looking for there out of that angle. A 50 met with a lightning-fast shot into the corner. Sends its way over and centers perfectly into an uncontested goal. So now with only 21 seconds to go, interesting there that Skinless actually decided to go back over and get himself boost, but it works out. That is the exact situation we talked about earlier, where when you're only up by 1, do you want to just play back and make sure nothing happens that goes over the line, or do you try and win it all? And there he takes the boost, goes forward, and gets the 2-goal lead back. Stancher now over on this blue wall. Gets it into the corner where Granty's waiting, but Skinless is going to capitalize and just touch that ball away. Borchad, no touch that he has there onto that one. And just like that, 6-4, high-scoring game, but whatever you want is going to win it and get themselves up to a 2-1 lead. The blue-sided whatever you want, now leading 2-1, getting themselves a 6-4 lead to get into Game 4, feeling confident, looking to close it out in 4 if possible, and Granty takes a fast shot over into the orange corner to try and open up just that. It's immediately hit back down over into the corner by Borchad, but Spoon will not leave it uncontested for long, and now this lobbed ball going to find its way over into a pogo shot and sunken into the net for a 15-second first goal for the blue side. Very well played out of him just to get advantage of that situation and get the final touch and slam it into the ground as well, just to make that shot just a little bit trickier to save. At the end of the day, Borchad not ready for that one. Back over. Spoon with low boost, trying to see if he can just hammer it in. He's not going to be allowed to just drive forward. And now Spoon looking to clear this away from his own. He will. And Borchad wants to try and touch it away. Getting it onto the corner. He has plenty of room to work with. You can tell both of the players from the blue side have fallen completely back. And now they're just looking to see if they will be able to keep this ball out of their net. And Spoon able to get back in time and actually deny it. You thought that when Granty Poo dies there, almost certainly we'll see the equalizer, but the positioning just not quite there. He keeps them over towards the walls, and they're not able to find a quick shot on net. It's going to be cleared away. A boom straight back into the blue, though. Finds it back onto Granty's hood. And Spoon wants to hit it away. He will. He'll get it back over towards mid. Gonna get it back over towards his teammate, but Borchad shutting down that play. Luckily for the blue side, Granty didn't actually have any boost, so a little bit of a fake play coming out from them just to aggress some of those players, force some of those players to aggress themselves, on to that ball. And it works out. It makes them invest some of their boost, but now having to invest all of their own to fall back and deny a shot, and he will. Borchad tries to just fly in and deliver a ball into the net, and Granty will not allow it. It's going to be hit off the corner. A potential shot on net. It actually is on, but it's hit away by Granty. A third save from him. And with it, the attack turned on its heels again, but Stancher intercepting, setting himself up. But Granty, a great job from him just to deny another shot. A very defensive playstyle, but oh no, Skinless Spoon bumping his teammate out of the way, but it's not going to matter. He gets back in time to clear it away from the net, and now a potential boom away as Borchad just looks to deny anything here. He's trying to get it off of the clear Skinless Spoon, not going to be able to do it. It is saved away, and now Borchad wants to see if he'll be allowed to sneak something over the line. He can't. Finds himself just right of goal, and now Granty wants to try and get this ball back over into the orange, but Borchad intercepting, and it's going to be him waiting again on this wall while Stancher's setting up in mid, trying to see if he'll get any opportunity at the net. Keeping it in the corner, gets a shot back towards net, but found out by Skinless Spoon, and now back to the wall. Final 2 minutes of gameplay, as one goal for the blue is the only thing we've seen so far in this game. Ironically, not a very defensive showing out of Dale. They've been the ones actually hammering shot after shot at this blue net for about the past 2 minutes. And right now, whatever you want are just perfectly willing to stand back and take these fights. They are perfectly confident in their ability to clear them away, and every single time that they do, they're getting to kill 10 more seconds at getting another counterattack underway. So right now, it is looking very difficult to break through this wall, but luckily for Dale, there's only one goal between them and equality, but it's denied yet again. Stancher coming through, tries to hammer it in, but Skinless Spoon doesn't allow it, clears it away off the top, but Borchad will finally get his revenge after 3.5 minutes of assault on this goal. They finally equalize up the game, but with only 80 seconds to go, it is looking like it might turn into a golden goal situation. Now we're going to see they have to try and hit some sort of shot here from whatever you want if they want to get back into this one and keep themselves with the opportunity to close this out in game number 4. It's back over towards the wall. Stancher goes up to fight it. The 50 keeps the ball towards net, and it's going to be touched just again by Spoon to keep it again over in front of this hemisphere. And it's going to float right back over towards the midfield line. A demo onto Stancher is going to set up Granty. And now a shot back over to Skinless. It's just high of net, but he's there! And what is that out of Skinless Spoon? He hits it off the top crossbar and puts himself straight under it to touch it directly in. And a nice double touch coming out of the blue-sided man, as with only 47 seconds left, Dale once again has to equalize. They do get the ball deep over into the blue immediately off the kickoff, but a nice play from Granty just to delay it and then clear it away now leads the ball booming back over towards their own net, and a 2-goal lead found once again. And it just seems like in the past 2 games, whatever you want has just been playing the entire game, killing the clock, and right at the end taking a 2-goal lead to try and secure it all. And now it is Dale with all the pressure on them. 2 goals needed to stay alive and have a chance at winning an OT. But right now, they need to find the first of 2, and Spoon just going to be more than willing to do nice ginger lobs to get this away from net, but it ends up giving it straight back over to his teammate, who sets a beautiful center up for the orange. Granty not quite expecting Spoon to not be ready to hit that one away, not in the net, and that'll be Stancher capitalizing. 18 seconds. 1 goal to separate these 2 teams. 1 goal needed by the orange to get themselves into OT. Stancher stopping the ball. Sees Spoon in net. That's going to be high, but oh my god, Borchad so close to coming through and securing another goal, but not going to be able to do it. Finds it once again in his own corner. One last play, one last chance as Stancher, keeping this ball up, tries to deliver it back over into the blue, but it drops, and that will be it. Whatever you want, clinch out game 4 by 1 goal to take the match 3-1.